Bars is back. Sam and oh God.
Attention, successful people. Entrepreneur Nate Brown has a special offer just for you. His book, The Laws of Success, will get you back on the path to achieving your dream. I've left the link at the top line of the description box right now. I need everybody under the sound of my voice to go show my man some love. He has my personal endorsement. But what is your perspective on Jay-Z and how he's moving up the ladder?
I know Jay a little bit.
Okay.
And smart as fuck, man. He knows the stuff, but he digs in, right? He knows there's an industry back there. And he doesn't just say, okay, somebody else do the work for me. He does the work. And that's what makes him an icon. And the guys who have dug in and shown their talent, but went beyond just their talent, those are the guys that really get it done. And that's why Jay-Z, he learned the music industry, but he learned the lessons of the music industry and applied them to other industries. And that's allowed him to really grow. And that's why I have a ton of respect for him.
Indeed. It's a pleasure to have you on and talking to you officially on our platform. Thank you for coming on. So how are you feeling? I know you're out in San Francisco right now. Mavericks are about to play the Warriors, but overall, how was life in 2021 for Mark Cuban?
Other than the stresses everybody's got, hey, I'm blessed. Life is good. Just trying to fight through it. I got vaccinated, so I'm happy about that. And just trying to keep my kids safe, the normal thing that every dad does.
Indeed.
Well, definitely want to go back, man, and kind of, I've been studying your story the last couple of days, and you started off very young, as an entrepreneur. So I want to go back, to your younger days. Take us back through that and some of your earlier first businesses and getting started being an entrepreneur.
Shit. My first stuff, my parents had jobs and everything, but we weren't rich. And so my mom always brought me up, if you're going to get something, you're going to have to work for it. And so I always had a side hustle. I was selling baseball cards. I sold trash bags door to door. I sold stamps and coins. I sold candy. Those kids that sell candy? Yeah, that was me. While everybody else was standing at the grocery store, I was going door to door, knocking on doors, let me fill that sweet tooth for you. And so I was selling everything.
So you had a hustler's mentality and knowing that you wanted to be your own boss early on, but obviously you got into the workforce before you realized and becoming an entrepreneur is really what you wanted to do. What is it like that breaking point for you at that 9 to 5 where you're like, you know what? This ain't for me. I got to get going. Well,
when you get fired a couple of times, it kind of rolls on you and you figure it out real fast, the way I looked at it and still look at it, I paid to go to college. And then I figured I needed to get a job to pay bills and also to get paid to learn. I wanted to see what it was like in the business world. I wanted to see what it was like working for a real company. And I just wasn't very good at it. I got into it with my boss in multiple jobs, and not that I was being disrespectful, but that I was trying to do too much. I got a job at a bank, and I put together a group of people who started at the same time I did, called it the Rookie Club, and called up the CEO of the company at the bank and said, would you come meet us for a drink? And he loved it. But my boss, what are you doing going around me and this and that? And then it just went downhill from there. So, I've realized that I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And when I got fired that last time at a company, Your Business Software, it was time to go.
Right now, I think the most intriguing story I think that I've seen about you was the broadcast.com thing, around the Yahoo time, and then Google came right after that. Talk about having an insight to put that company in place, knowing that people want to start, streaming live sports, streaming events before Google and YouTube even really done it.
Yeah, we were long before then. This was when the internet first got started. It was 1995, and one of my guys, Todd Wagner, came to me, and we used to get together. It was at California Pizza Kitchen, and we would just shoot the shit. And he was like, yo, we need to be able to listen to Indiana University basketball with this new thing called the internet. Can you figure it out? And my first company, after I got fired that last time, that's all I did was networking and figuring stuff out like that. And so I'm like, sure, so I bought myself an old, new computer, Packard Bell, and put it in a second bedroom in my house, and I just sat there for hours and hours and said, how are we going to put audio over the internet? And figured out some kludgy ways to do that. And we started this company called AudioNet. And slowly but surely, as the technology kept on getting better and we were able to get it from other people, we built this company where we were by 1998, we were the largest streamer in the universe, right? There was nobody bigger. We were, by the time we sold to Yahoo, we had TV stations we were streaming. We had hundreds of radio stations. We did hundreds of internet radio stations like Pandora or Spotify. We had a jukebox where we would go to artists and say, we'll like a SoundCloud where you just post your work and people can come down there and download it or listen to it. You can upload stuff like you can in YouTube. And so we had all this going on and we dominated. We were killing it. And we sold to Yahoo thinking, okay, they're going to help us get bigger. But then when the internet bubble burst, the stock bubble burst, they just shit the bed and kind of screwed it up.
Now, I've heard you say numerous times about that broadcast.com onto AudioNet, transitioning to selling into Yahoo and making billions of dollars, that was very lucky. It was lucky. But was it luck or was it impeccable timing on your part? Do you give a little less credit than what you did?
Right? You got to have a little bit of both, right? Because it was luck in that the whole internet thing started happening after I sold my first company, right? And I had made some money trading stocks. So it was luck in that the internet hit. I had the right skill set. I had some money in the bank to fund it. If it had happened 2 years earlier, I might not have been able to do it, but it happened at the right time for me. But then again, I didn't screw it up, right? We made it work. We got it going. And, so I'm not saying it wasn't a lot of hard work. We busted our asses, but luck always comes in. Luck, skill gets you to a certain level, and then luck takes you to the billionaire level.
Right.
What did in your opinion did Yahoo go wrong? No, because didn't they have like a problem integrating with broadcast.com? No,
none of that at all. What happened was when the internet stock market tanked, what they did, their board of directors just freaked out because the stock price went so low. And so they were like, we got to cut costs. And then they cut costs and they never were able to rebound. And they did it not just to us, but to everybody.
I'm curious to know, as streaming has evolved throughout between 95 and now, almost 30 years, did you see this coming then? And now looking at it, what do you think it can go?
Yeah, I saw it coming for sure. That's why we started the company, went all in. I mean, I used to tell people, you're not going to want to get TV the way you always did. You don't want to get radio the same way. And then I said, by the time we get into cars and it's wireless, it's game over. And people used to laugh at me. They were like, what the hell are you talking about? I'll just turn on my TV. What the hell are you talking about? I'll just turn on my radio, and, I was like, no, you don't get it, right? It's all going to change. Bits are bits. People want to be able to get their streams or their content how and where they want it. Wait, guys, I'm going to pop this in case that feedback is me.
Okay.
Change that.
No problem. Got Mark Cuban on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast.
Indeed. Hit that like button, that 5-star rating wherever you're watching or you're listening. Definitely enjoying the conversation.
Yes.
Thus far. Got Mark Cuban in the building. So yes, sir. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, so yeah, and from there, it was like Yahoo. It wasn't that they couldn't. It was just everybody told me like you're an idiot, right? And usually when people tell me I'm an idiot, it means I'm going to strike it rich. But really, when you got a B next to your name, it takes luck. I don't care what anybody says. If I started over again, I know I can sell. I know I got the skills that I can become a millionaire times over. I just know I can do it. But to become a billionaire again, you got to have some luck going your way.
Let me ask you this, because I was listening to a few conversations and I heard one of your business partners at the time say you walked into Yahoo and said, where you guys need to be. And either we're going to be your competition or you have to buy it. To walk into that with that kind of confidence to know I'm going to walk into a place of billionaires and let them know you need me. It's not the other way around.
Yeah, it's easy to be confident when you're right. And I had no doubt in my mind where we were and where we were going. And so whether it was with them or somebody else, because we were getting other offers. And so we were going to be good no matter what.